firstly we need to acknowledge that this isn't something that's just come about accidentally. I think that's a really important point. And I think kind of associated to that, there's been a big rise in discussion recently about kind of imperfect environmentalism, because kind of to go back to what Tessa was saying about this individual role in things, I think people can be quite scared about climate change, but I think they can also be quite scared about what to do about it because they don't want to do something wrong. And I think this kind of comes back to with like the carbon footprint and the fact that that was created by BP back in the 70s. People feel very responsible for climate change because a lot of the time it's put on the individual, and I think for a lot of people in the UK that can come across as a criticism as opposed to an encouragement from my perspective. And I think that a lot of people aren't in a situation where they feel like they can do a lot about this. There's a lot of concern, especially among my generation, around the job market and how difficult it is to get, from education into work, into employment, into kind of earning. There's a lot of concern about the cost of living crisis, about so many of these other issues that we're facing at the moment, that when people are already having a hard time and then they feel like someone's going, you're not doing enough, it's very easy to then turn to being anti that, as opposed to sort of finding the small ways to start getting involved and feel like you can make a difference. So I think, that from my perspective anyway, I think that's kind of what's fed into a lot of this.